wanted a home that is filled with the memories of our times over here. Our kids grew up in this house. Our dog had his best years here. So we wanted a space that reflected those memories, those joys, but we still wanted it to look fresh, feel fresh, and not be mired in the past.
We didn't want the space to be static, where we could change the artwork or move the layout around to keep it fresh. This house itself is very nice. Lots of natural light, lovely views of the sea and the city. So the bones were already there, the airy, bright, colorful feel.
We like picking up things when we travel, on holidays, larger paintings, sculptures, but also little things that spark joy. I'm fascinated by good design where there is a fusion of form and function, something that is aesthetically designed and yet functions in a unique way. And we like surrounding ourselves with those kinds of objects. It's a bohemian way of thinking about what to surround yourself with. If the art or the furniture appeals to something in you, it deserves a place in your house.
Some areas badly needed refreshing, so we wanted our designers to make targeted interventions, like redoing the bathrooms, revamping the kitchen, and changing the look of the display unit in the living room. The house has a somewhat narrow passageway to enter the main space, and we wanted a welcoming feel to it. This used to be a boring beige space with a traditional shower. We wanted to shake it up and use vivid colors. We already had picked up the basin some time ago and wanted jewel tones to make the room rich, even though it's small. We also had collected various tiles over the years and wanted to use a couple of them here.
Biggest challenge in the living room was a mirrored display cabinet. I hated it because it was very reflective and the artwork would keep getting lost in the background.
Our designers, Paul and Sheila, then came up with the idea of picking up the base color from the art in the room, shades of blue, and setting it off with earth tones. The spaces were sizes based on the art we wanted to showcase. I love this painting by Gary Duncan, an Australian artist. We had got it in Darwin more than 20 years ago and physically carried it over, frame and all. I can sit and gaze at it for ages listening to the music. Overall, we like the idea of two seating spaces, as well as keeping the central areas and the space near the window for people to stand around in and have conversations. And of course, lots of space for books to sit and read here and in my work area. I love the study because I can sit over here and look at the sea while working.
We wanted a bookshelf that floats above the work and seating area, so you can bring down whatever book you want to read, but it frees up the floor space nevertheless. It frames this painting by Sousa, one of India's great modern painters, who was a real rebel. He was actually expelled from art school for tearing down the Union Jack from the college roof. That was before India got its independence from the British.
Before we continue, let us share some exciting news about Elta, the newest residence in the heart of Clementi. Right along Clementi Avenue 1, Elta is a serene sanctuary of 239-story towers with natural elements seamlessly woven into its architecture while perched on elevated ground. Designed in a skyward fashion and inspired by treetops, Alta forms an integral connection between earth and sky, granting residents majestic views of the sea, reservoir, and Clementi's vibrant cityscape. Developed by MCL Land and CSE Land Group, Alta consists of 501 units, offering a diverse spectrum of 1-bedroom plus study to 5 bedrooms, while also including dual-key units, all with thoughtful spatial planning, angular layouts, and aesthetic fittings. Residents do get to enjoy over 50 resort facilities across 3 levels with a multitude of gardens and be fully embraced by nature. Alta is a short drive from various leisure and enrichment facilities in 321 Clementi, the Clementi Mall and Holland Village, and has close proximity to esteemed institutions like Nanhua Primary, Anglo-Chinese School, and NUS. So if you'd like to learn more about Alta, you can visit this showroom of Alexandra at Prince Charles Crescent or click on the link in the description below. And with that, let's head back to Alta.
The centerpiece of this dining area is this table made from reclaimed wood by a Singaporean woodworking specialist called the Table Guy. It's made from salvaged wood pieces, so it took ages for them to put it together, and it has brass trimmings around the legs. One of the reasons I really like it is this engraving of our dog, Cheesecake, who passed away last year. The table itself lends itself to a kind of Scandinavian aesthetic, so we love the PH5 above it, which was designed by Paul Hennington. This shelf at the entrance to the kitchen is for little things that make us smile when we see them.
The kitchen was completely revamped with a new layout. It previously had shorter countertops, and there wasn't an island. So we wanted something with more of a flow, with a lot more counter space and storage. We now have small display areas for our morning coffee mugs and espresso glasses, which I love.
We also wanted the kitchen to be much more colorful. We wanted our designers to incorporate these vintage stained glass panels that we had found in Europe into the door and take inspiration for the kitchen's color palette from these glasses.
We initially planned the backsplash with Peranakan tiles, but eventually we found these gorgeous tiles for the floor instead.
In the master bedroom, we wanted space for me to be able to work, as well as a corner where our dog could sleep. The layout we had to change a little bit. We moved it back against the large wall where we put up album covers. These are street art album covers that we found in various places. The room also has a collage of our own photographs. These are mostly photographs of the kids when they were very young, combining to create an effect of a family portrait. So this bathroom had a lot of remodeling. Previously had a bathtub that occupied a massive area near the window. We got it removed and used the freed up area to create a feeling of spaciousness. We had these hand-painted basins for many years and wanted the bathroom style to fit this. The brief included that we wanted this style of a robin among leaves to be included in the color scheme and in the layout. Paul and Sheila came up with this green base and layering different textures through wallpaper and differently sized tiles. Our kids have now grown up and left home, but we've always said that there will be a space for them wherever we stay. And what we have retained their old childhood rooms as new guest rooms, but they retain their personalities. So our son's room has bits of his kinds of things, and our daughter's room is very much her kind of space.
This has become my dream house. Bright bathrooms, a Mondrian-inspired kitchen that embraces light from outside, and my favorite bric-a-brac all around me.
Renovation itself was obviously disruptive. We had to move out. There were workers all over the place, but it's been worth it. It is very well designed. It makes us feel happy.